I am joined in studio by filmmakers. You know, I like to say that the filmmakers. You guys didn't make a movie. You guys made a film. Isn't that right?
That's right.
That's right. I've got Shane Pierce and Dave Gravely, and we're here to talk about the film Ambrosia. Now, and you're technically, do you consider is there a difference between a movie and a film?
I think a lot of people say there is, but I'm not going to say that there is.
You don't think so?
Yeah, technically,
kind of pretentious to do that.
I think so. Yeah, I'm not going to do that.
So you guys made a movie.
We made both.
You made
I would accept both. If someone called our movie a film, yes, I would accept that. Especially since there's sequences in it where people fall down the stairs and get blown around a house on a runaway vacuum cleaner. All kinds of very artsy, eclectic scenes like
highbrow.
Yeah, highbrow.
Now, these stunts, are they like George Miller type stunts or Mad Max and Furiosa, that kind of thing? They're more a little mild.
I don't know. They look insane. Yeah. I don't know if they're as dangerous as some of those stunts, but we did have someone have to sort of fall down steps and land on a mattress. So, I mean, it was real.
Now, did the actor playing that part actually do that stunt, or did you have a stunt double?
We tested it out on an intern, and then we let the real actor really do it. Yeah.
All right, we're talking about the film Ambrosia, and Dave and Shane were here a couple of years ago, 2 or 3 years ago, when you guys were making the movie. It's a long process. How do you stay focused?
Well, it's been difficult. It has been a long process, but it has been fun because every element of it is a little bit different. Obviously, pre-production is different than being on set during production, and then that's different than looking at all the footage and doing the editing and trying to make all that make sense, which has its own challenges and its own entertainment, really. So it's been fun and challenging every way, which keeps it interesting. We also had a lot of partners on this film. So our partners at Mountaincraft Productions out of Fairmont were involved doing post-production and audio engineering. And we worked with Matt Jackfert. He's with West Virginia Public Broadcasting, and he's a conductor, and he did an original score for us. So it's like every little piece has been its own challenge and its new thing. So that keeps it interesting and keeps it fresh.
Again, the movie is called Ambrosia, and it is done, and will have a premiere. What is the premiere date? And it's going to be at the Raleigh Playhouse, correct?
It is September 27th, Friday at 7 p.m.
Now, that is a limited capacity, so if you intend to go... Now, is this open to public, or is it invitation only?
It is open to public. I would say that the tickets are probably 70-ish to 75% gone at this point.
Wow.
So it's sort of like a last-ditch effort to get a ticket.
Now, if this sells out, do you guys intend to screen the movie more often in this area?
Yes, we do have some stuff slated for later on in the fall. Not only in Beckley, but Lewisburg, Charleston, maybe Huntington, and sort of beyond.
Okay.
Also, we're making our festival debut on October 3rd in Clarksburg at the Mountaincraft Film Festival.
Wow.
So if anybody misses out on this one and they want to go up and check out the Robinson Grand and see some other cool films, we'll be up there as well.
All right. And so is that going to be your only festival? You guys intend to enter this in some of the competition festivals?
Yeah, I mean, I think we're going to apply for anything that we think is a right fit for the film.
Okay.
Not only regionally, but nationally, internationally, just anywhere that'll have us, anywhere that fits.
Can you foresee you guys being at Sundance or something like that? I mean, do you think it's possible? I mean, it's not impossible, right?
Yeah,
sure.
Yeah, sure. I would say not impossible. I would love to be showcased at a place like that, especially because the film is more of a comedy. It's maybe a little less serious than the things that they tend to put at Sundance or something like that. But yeah, like Dave said, we'll show it anywhere that will accept us.
All right. So for people here who want to go see it, it's September 27th. That's Friday night. And now, how can they get tickets? If the tickets are almost gone, how can they get them now if they want to do that?
Yeah, so we have a ticket link live on our Facebook page for the film. Butter Chicken Pictures is our production company, and we have a Facebook page. And we also have a Facebook page for the film. It's Ambrosia, a Butter Chicken Pictures production.
All right, so just search it out and you'll be able to find it?
Yep, we have an event page up, and I'll be sharing it from the Raleigh Playhouse's page because I'm also the manager there at the Raleigh.
Okay.
So
you're the manager, bottle washer, pretty much everything that gets done, you do.
Yep.
Now, again, Dave Gravely and Shane Pierce in studio. The movie is called Ambrosia. Let's talk about the movie. Tell us about it. It's a full-length film. What's the running time on it?
Exactly an hour and a half, almost.
Oh, okay. Good deal.
Yeah.
And tell us about the movie.
So the Ambrosia Inn is on Kanawha Street here, and it's like a historic inn in Beckley, West Virginia, obviously. And so we decided to shoot it there. And it's essentially about like a day in the life of the caretaker. His name is Quilliam Frankfurt. And it's just like mishap after mishap, and he's sort of trying to navigate that and juggle multiple personalities of people hanging out in the inn. There's impending weather, and it's just a slapstick sort of farce.
Well, now, as you described it, the first movie that comes to my mind is something like a Clue. Would you compare it to that brand of comedy?
Yeah, I think we would. And it's like an ensemble thing like that. It doesn't have the spooky elements necessarily, but it's sort of that type of film. Yeah.
Okay, yeah. Now, what would this be rated?
It's family friendly.
Family friendly?
All ages
okay.
welcome.
All right.
Yeah.
Now let's talk about some of the nuances of making a film. This is the part that fascinates me. Your actors. Do you want to shout out some of your actors?
Sure, yeah. We've made some other short films and another feature here in Beckley, and we reused some of our main partners that we worked on with that. Steve Clark.
Right, we've used Steve in every project that we've ever made. He was one of the first guys we used, and we just keep going back to him. Sandeep Chugg, John Questenberry.
Yeah. We worked with several new people this time around, too. Our main lead for the film is Christopher Oxley. He also works at West Virginia Public Broadcasting.
And we've used him, actually, in the past a couple of times, too.
He's a recurring person. Also, we did a cool thing. We branched out a little bit this time. We like to, of course, work with locals and people who are quote, non-actors. But we worked also with some established people in the West Virginia film industry a little bit.
Okay.
We wrote a role specifically for Alyssa Hahn, who worked with Danny Boyd in some of his projects. She was in Strangest Dreams, Invasion of the Space Preachers, which is a great cult trauma film that was made here in West Virginia in the 90s. She plays a pretty major role in it. She traveled down from Pittsburgh to be with us for a couple weeks to do this project. And actually we had Danny Boyd also, who's the director of Strangest Dreams, play a part in it. So we had a really cool ensemble, like Dave said, a mix of people from all over.
Again, I'm talking to Dave Gravely and Shane Pierce about the movie Ambrosia, which will premiere at the Raleigh Playhouse on September 27th. Now, the nuances again, from start to finish, how many people on your crew altogether? I mean, from the very beginning to the very end.
Oh, I would like to say roughly 20 to 25 people that were constantly on set. You know, we had Mountaincraft people. They had like a small crew, and then 10, 11 actors that were pretty much always around. Then ourselves, our producer, Saja Montague, Ann Worley, she was there. So, I don't know, give or take 20 people all the time.
Really? Oh, that's fantastic. All of this volunteer effort, or did they get paid?
Almost everybody walked away with a paycheck, yeah.
Really?
Yeah.
Okay,
everybody.
I remember when we were talking about it, I do remember this part of the conversation. We talked about it, and you said, we really want to pay these people.
Yes.
We don't want them to volunteer, and that was one of your goals. So, goal accomplished. Yeah. Let me ask you this. M. Night Shyamalan, Alfred Hitchcock always did cameos. Did you guys do cameos?
We did.
You did? The tradition continues. All right. All right. Now, earlier, Lola and I were talking about, I don't know if you were listening about an hour ago, we were talking about the movie, we gave away tickets to the movie Reagan today. The new movie, the biopic of Ronald Reagan. And I was talking about Lincoln, when Daniel Day-Lewis played Lincoln. He's a method actor. Sure. And everybody was kind of turned off by the voice that he did for Lincoln. And he said, this is, based on the research I did, this is what he sounded like. I know, well, he's the guy. Did you guys have to deal with any method actors on your set? And if so, what kind of, as a director, what are the challenges with dealing with that?
No method actors.
No method acting, huh?
No method actors.
The interesting thing is, though, it's like sort of a reverse angle on this. A lot of people we work with aren't actors by trade. Okay. So it's their real personality.
Really?
And so that's like, it's not even a challenge. It's just interesting because instead of trying to get a character out of someone, they are the character, and we've recognized that and worked them into the script that way. So it's sort of reverse what you would normally hear.
Okay.
Yeah. And we definitely, so one of the stars in the film is David Sybray, a historian, local historian, and realtor. And we talked to Dave about this. We wrote the part specifically for him, and some of the elements of the character were exaggerated traits that he already sort of naturally has. So it wasn't exactly method acting, but it was like, what if we take Dave and put him in a room and then raise parts of his personality to 100% plus? Yeah.
So
what happens in that scenario?
So it could be method in that sense. I mean, because he can't escape being Dave Sybray.
Well, and that makes a little sense, because if anybody was going to be difficult, it'd be Dave. Sure. No, I'm kidding, Dave. Of course,
he's a troublemaker.
He's a wonderful guy. Again, the movie is called Ambrosia. It premieres at the Raleigh Playhouse and Theater. Exciting. September 27th. Tickets are on sale now, but they're going fast. So if you want to see this film at its premiere, you got to get those tickets now. Any special? We got a red carpet. We got photogs. Going to be a paparazzi going to be out there. What's the premiere looking like?
We are. So Ann Worley was one of our on-set producers and executive producer and set manager for the film, and she is handling our premiere and cast and crew party and all that stuff. So she is working on our red carpet. She's working on our photo set. She's doing a whole bunch of work for this, and we can't appreciate Ann enough for all the investment that she put into this film, her time and her energy, and just seeing its potential and buying into it and saying this is something our community needs. She didn't hesitate. Yeah. She just jumped right on board.
She sort of has saved our neck at at plenty of times, not only pre-production, during production, and now again with the party. So
it's wonderful. Yeah. Now you mentioned when you guys got here that you wanted to thank the community. Your chance to say thank you to anybody and any organizations. You want to give some shout outs?
Yeah.
This is a big process making a movie.
It was, yeah. It was enormous, and there's so many people just bought into it. Like I said, they heard about it and they said, "Yeah, we're down." Yeah. And they acted in it, or they bought us a meal, or they gave us a discount.
Catered food to just everything. Everyone hopped in. There was zero tension with anybody from the community. As soon as we said we're making a film, everybody got on board and got behind us. It was really a nice place to make the film, honestly.
Yeah. I'm glad to hear that.
And we certainly, we plan to make more films, and obviously we would love to make those films in Beckley because the community's been so great to us and supported us so much with this. It's a great place to be, Beckley is, and it's a great place to be trying to create something or do something. I think people maybe underestimate the amount of opportunities you have here to make something happen, make something cool happen, and get people excited about it. This is a community that gets excited about cool things.
Well, I, for one, I'm proud of you guys. Again, a lot of people have a goal to make a movie. They never do. You guys have done it twice now. Congratulations for that. And Hollywood comes to Beckley September 27th at the Raleigh Playhouse and Theater. Get your tickets now. Again, how can they get tickets?
Facebook. Yep.
Okay. Just Facebook and search out Butter Chicken Pictures.
Or Ambrosia, Butter Chicken Pictures production.
It's exciting.
Or if you know us, Shane Pierce or David Gravely on our social media stuff, you can find it there. We keep posting links to make sure no one misses out.
Okay, last question. What color will your tuxedos be?
Oh, wow. That's a big question.
Well, so Ann actually has been coordinating us wardrobe with us a little bit, too. So I think Dave and I are going tuxedo tees.
Oh, nice. That's very anti-establishment. I like that.
We have to get fitted still.
Yeah.
Guys, again, congratulations.
Thank you so much, Rick.
Again, September 27th, Ambrosia at the Raleigh Playhouse and Theater. It is the Early Show. Good morning.